यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंद जमुना तीर वनचारि जमुना जमुना तीर वनचारि जमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राम जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंद जमुना तीर वनचारि जमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि जय प्रभुपद श्रील प्रभुपद प्रभुपद श्रील प्रभुपद जय प्रभु जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सह डिवाइन गीसला अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सह डिवाइन गीसला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर के प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंडगिरी गोवर्धन के श्री वृंदावन धाम के श्री श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम के श्रीमती तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की गंगा जमुना माई के गौर प्रेमानंदे। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की, श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा जी की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glory all to Guru Gaurang ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki। Om Ajnanatimirandhasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So today we will be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10th canto, chapter 63, and text we will read today, starting from text 1 up to text 6. and this chapter is entitled Lord Krishna Fights with Banasura. So first I will read the summary of this purport, and then I will alone read text as well as translation of the text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will do repetition for text 6. However, before starting, there is one information announcement, and this: there will be reading Krishna book to Srila Prabhupada at 4:30 in Prabhupada's house. 4:30 they are reading of Krishna book. So please. So I will read first. Chapter 63. Lord Krishna fights with Banasura. This chapter describes the battle between Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva, as well as Shiva's glorification of Krishna after the lords had cut off Banasura's arms. When Aniruddha did not return from Shonitapur, his family and friends passed the 4 months of the rainy season in extreme distress. When they finally heard from Narad Muni how Aniruddha had been captured, a large army of the West Yadav warriors under Krishna's protection set off for Banasura's capital and laid siege to it. Banasura fiercely opposed them with his own army of equal size. To help Banasura, Lord Shiva, accompanied by Kartikeya and a host of mystic sages, took up arms against Banasura and Balaram and Krishna. Bana began fighting against Satyaki, and Bana's son fought against Shambha. All the demigods assembled in the sky to witness the battle. With his arrows, Lord Krishna harassed the followers of Lord Shiva, and by putting Lord Shiva into a state of confusion, he was able to destroy Banasura's army. Kartikeya was so strongly beaten by the Pradyumna that he fled the battlefield, while the remnants of Banasura's army, hurried by the blow of Lord Balarama's club, scattered in all directions. Enraged to see his army's destruction, Banasura rushed Krishna to attack him, but the Lord immediately killed Vana's chariot driver and broke his chariot and bow, and then he sounded his Panchajanya conch-shell. Next, Banasura's mother, trying to save her son, appeared naked in front of Lord Krishna, who averted his face to avoid looking at her. Seeing his chance, Banasura fled into his city. After Lord Krishna has thoroughly defeated the ghost and the hooligan fighting under Lord Shiva, the Shiva Jwara weapon, a personification of a fever with 3 heads and 3 legs, approached Lord Krishna to fight. fight him. Seeing the Shiva Jwara, Krishna released his Vishnu Jwara. The Shiva Jwara was overwhelmed by the Vishnu Jwara, having nowhere else to return. For shelter, the Shiva Jwara began to address Lord Krishna, glorifying him and asking for mercy. Lord Krishna was pleased with the Shiva Jwara. After Lord promised him freedom from fear, and Shiva Jwara bowed down to him and departed. Next, Banasura returned and attacked Lord Sri Krishna again, wielding all kinds of weapons in his 1,000 hands. But Lord Krishna took his Sudarshan disc and began cutting off all the demons' arms. Lord Shiva approached Krishna to pray for Banasura's life, and when the Lord agreed to spare him, he spoke as follows to Shiva: Banasura does not deserve to die, since he was born in the family of Prahlad Maharaj. I have severed all but 4 of Banasura's arms just to destroy his false pride, and I have annihilated his army because they were a burden to the earth. Henceforward, he will be free from old age and death, and remaining fearless in all circumstances, he will be one of your principal attendants. Assured he had nothing to fear, Banasura then offered his obeisances to Lord Krishna and had Usha and Aniruddha seated on their wedding chariot and brought before the Lord Krishna. Then set off Krishna then set off for Dwarka with Aniruddha and his bride leading the procession. When the newlyweds arrived at Lord's capital, they were honored by the citizens, the Lord's relatives, and the Brahmanas. Text 1. Apashyatam cha niruddham tadbandhunam cha bharata chatvaro varshika masha vyatityurun sochatam. Translation. Sukadev Goswami said, O descendant of Bharat, the relative of Aniruddha, not seeing him return, continued to lament as the 4 rainy months passed. Text 7. Naradat upakaranya varta vruddhasya karma cha prayu sonitpuram vishnayah Krishna devatah. After hearing from Narad the news of Aniruddha's deeds and his capture, the Vrishnis who worshipped Lord Krishna as their personal deity went to Sonitpur. Pradumno Yuddhanas Gadassambo Tasarana Nando Upanand Bhadradya Ram Krishnanvartinam Aukshamri bhi Dwadfi Sameta Sarvatodisham Rudur Vand Nagaram Samantat. Translation. With Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna in the lead, the chiefs of the Satvata clan, Pradumna, Satviki, Gad, Sam, Saran, Nanda, Upananda, Bhadra and others converged with an army to 12 divisions and laid siege to Banasura's capital, completely surrounding the city on all sides. And next. Bhajyamana Purodhyana Prakara Gopuram Prekshamano Rusha Vishas Tulya Sainyo Vinryu. Vanasura became filled with anger upon seeing them destroy his cities, suburban gardens, ramparts, watchtowers, and gateways. And thus he went out to confront them with an army of equal size. And this, please repeat after. वाणार्थे भगवान रुद्रः स्वसुतः प्रथमैर्वृतः आरुह्य नन्दिवृषभम् युयुधे रामकृष्णयोः। वाणार्थे भगवान रुद्रः स्वसुतः प्रथमैर्वृतः आरुह्य नन्दिवृषभम् युयुधे रामकृष्णयोः। वाणार्थे भगवान रुद्रः स्वसुतः प्रथमैर्वृतः आरुह्य नन्दिवृषभम् युयुधे रामकृष्णयोः। माता जी बाण अर्थे और वानरसेक भगवान रुद्र लॉर्ड शिव स्वसुतः टुगेदर विथ हिज सन कार्तिकेय द जनरल ऑफ द डेमीगॉड्स आर्मी प्रथम है by the Prathamad, mystic sages who always attend Lord Shiva, appearing in multitude of forms. Vritaha accompanied, Aruhya riding, Nandi on Nandi, Vrishabha his bull, Yujudhe he fought, Ram Krishnayoh with Balaram and Krishna. Every translation and purport. Lord Rudra, accompanied by his son Kartikeya and the Pramathas, came riding on Nandi, his bull carrier, to fight Balaram and Krishna on Vana's side behalf. purpose. Srila Sridhar Swami states, that the word Bhagavan is used here to indicate that Lord Shiva is by nature all-knowing and thus well aware of Lord Krishna's greatness. Still, although Shiva knew Lord Krishna would defeat him, he joined the battle against him to demonstrate the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur states that Lord Shiva entered the battle for two reasons. First, to increase Lord Krishna's pleasure and enthusiasm, and second, to demonstrate that Lord's incarnation as Krishna, although enacting human-like pastime, is superior to other avatars such as Lord Ramchandra. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur further states in this regard that Yoga Maya, the Lord Krishna eternal potency, bewildered Lord Shiva just as she has bewildered Brahma. In support of this statement, the Acharya cites the phrase Brahma Rudradi Mohanam from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Of course, Yoga Maya's job is to make fine arrangement for the Lord's pastime, and thus Shiva become enthusiastic to battle the Supreme Lord Krishna. And this chapter, as well as previous chapter, describe the marriage, eventually towards the end, marriage of Usha and Aniruddha. You know, Krishna's son was Pradyumna. Krishna begot many sons. So from Rukmini, the eldest one, most superior, Krishna begot son Pradyumna, and Pradyumna's son was Aniruddha. The Aniruddha was grandson of Krishna. Previous chapter described one day, and Banasura, he is the son of Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj has 100 sons. The Bali Maharaj, who surrendered everything for Vaman Dev, Bali Maharaj, he is one of the 12 Acharya, Mahabhagavatam. He begot 100 sons from the womb of his wife, and eldest one is Banasura. And Banasura was given benediction by Lord Shiva, and he was ruling the tract of land. Now it is Assam, Sonitpur. Where is located Sonitpur? Anybody knows that? Most likely Assam. Kamakhya Devi, that area he was ruling. And he has an extremely beautiful, handsome daughter. Her name was Usha. So one night, Usha, in her dream, she saw a very handsome, beautiful personality, and in dream they were playing, and all of a sudden, while she was on the bed, lying on the bed, she screamed very loudly, and as if she was talking, "My dear husband, my dear friend, where you were gone?" And then assemble her sakhis, friends. They became very much surprised. In the middle of night, nobody heard. First, I screamed very loudly, and Usha was asking whereabouts of her lover. And then they become very much surprised. Eventually, one of the friend of Usha, her name was Chitralekha. She was highly skilled in painting. Highly skilled, talented one. And she asked Usha, you have seen that person before? No, I have not seen. Just he appeared only in my dream. But without his association, I could not survive. So please find out where my husband, where my lover, my would-be husband, my future husband, my would-be husband, where is? And then Chitralekha, she was really skilled and expert in making painting. She started to paint the different personality of the universe. He painted Kamdev, the Indra, Varuna, this painting I was showing. Is it this person? Like, no, not this one. Then eventually, even she painted the picture of Krishna also. And then eventually she painted a picture of Aniruddha. And Usha recognized that this is the person who came in my dream. And without his presence, without his association, I could not survive anymore. So somehow she requested Chitralekha, please bring that personality here. And Chitralekha has such a mystic power. Chitralekha flew from Assam, Guwahati, and all day flew to Dwarka, and it was the night time. Aniruddha was lying on his bed. She picked up and with his mystic power brought back to Sonitpur, Assam, the capital city. And inner part of the capital where Usha was there, and then they lived together. So they were, at one point, she was guarded by different type of security guard. The women, they were guarding. At one point, those security guard personality, female personality, they noticed on the body some symptoms of, like say, romantic affairs. As if she is meeting with romantic affair, is a good word for. They found some symptom on her body, the symptoms of signs of romantic affairs, like pregnancy, like. Immediately those female guards inform the king. They become very much scared. What has happened? And then Banasura is immediately rushed in the capital, inner part of the palace. And Banasura, the father of Usha, saw that Usha and Aniruddha, they were happily playing with each other. He became very much upset. Banasura immediately, Banasura and his sainik attacked Aniruddha, but Aniruddha really, he was also powerful. Whole army was there from his side. Banasura, whole army, and Banasura himself was a very big person. But he was very great, as if nothing has happened. When fighting started, and towards the end of the fighting, Banasura captured him and bound in the Nagpash, serpent rope, and he was made arrested, put in captive, imprisoned. And of course Usha was very much upset because her husband is such a distressed kind. She was crying. Completely 4 months passed, and here Dwarka, the boy was missing, Aniruddha was missing. Right from the middle of the inner part of palace, he was missing. For 4 months, every citizen, or especially parents, were lamenting. Krishna was, Balaram, what happened to our boy, where he has gone, son. After 4 months, there was no any clue. He was traceless. Nobody was knowing whereabouts of Aniruddha, where he has gone. completely 4 months. This was 4 rainy months. And then Narad in farm. Narad knows everything, and then Narad came, and then Krishna, Balaram, and Rukmini, and everyone asking, please find out, you are Trikalyadarshi. Please tell where is our son missing. And then Narad informed that he is captive, imprisoned in Sonitpur by Banasura. And also he related everything what had happened, how the relation with Usha. And then Krishna, along with all the army, Krishna Balaram, they came in Sonitpur. They captured the city, surrounded. And then Banasura came for fighting. So here we start. Banasura came with the army and fighting started between army of Banasura and army of Yadava. Krishna's army, Krishna Balaram army and Balana starting fighting. And then Lord Shiva also joined from Banasura side, not for Krishna side. Along all his army and the ghost and everything, Prathamas, they call it different type of saintly person, they take shape of any type of shape, and they also join, and fierce fighting started. Banasura army, Shiva army in one side, in other side Yadava's army, and fighting one point. And also the story that Banasura has 1,000 arms. At a time he can hold 500 bows. 1,000 he has armed. One point fighting was going between Krishna and Banasura. At one point Banasura could understand that he will lose his life now. So he was in very distress. His mother came to know that my son Banasura was in danger, and she was very serious to save the life of her son. So what she could do? Old, overweight, ugly woman, how she could fight? So she planned such. She immediately threw all garments, all clothes, completely become absolutely naked, and came standing in front of Krishna. Absolutely naked, ugly, overweighted old woman came in front of Krishna. And then Krishna turned his face in backside. No, how can I see? Look, behold, a woman, a naked woman. And that then Banasura got up, she ran away from the battlefield when entered in the capital city. So his life was saved by the help of his own mother. And then Shiva fighting aside, Shiva army and Krishna army. One point Shiva could realize that no, I can't survive anymore. So Shiva threw himself in the feet of Krishna. He grabbed the feet of Krishna. Shiva put his forehead right on the surface and praying. Then while he was praying, Krishna was not fully satisfied. However, meanwhile Banasura got opportunity. He came again. Army and she has 1,000 armor, 500 boat together, and she started fighting. Krishna again started fighting with Banasura, and Krishna chopped off his 996 arms, chopped off completely. He was in gender, he was in such a awkward position, Banasura. Only 4 arms were remaining, all arms were cut off. And then again she was requested, my dear, please save I have given him a boon for fearlessness and immortality, and you are going to kill the. At that point, fighting started, and when Banasura came to know that now Krishna is no more attacking me, immediately Banasura also threw himself in the lotus feet of Krishna, grabbed 4 arms were remaining, grabbed the feet of Krishna and begged forgiveness, and Krishna forgave. Okay, Shiva, since you have given him boon for forgiveness, boon for fearlessness and immortality, so he will. And then next happened that Banasura entering palace, brought Usha and are well decorated nicely with chariot. So this is the story part. We'll come to this. In this particular purport, we see that Lord Shiva fighting against Krishna. Your question arises here. This is here in the purport. How come that Shiva did fight against Krishna? In Srimad Bhagavatam about Shiva, there are very celebrated verse come. Nimna Gamna Yatha Ganga, Deva Nam Achito Yatha, Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu, Purana Nam Idam Tatha. Means among the river, Ganga is the greatest, most important. Among all worshipable deity, Achyuta, Krishna is the most worshipable deity, the greatest one. And Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu. Shambhu, Shiva is the topmost Vaishnava, greatest among all the Vaishnavas. No devotee could become equal to Lord Shiva. And here, he should have gyan of all etiquette and good conduct. So how come that Shiva fighting against Krishna? This is the question. The question arises, how come that Shiva was such a topmost Vaishnava? He should be knowing all the moral conduct of the Vaishnava. He should know etiquette. How come he was so much attached for his devotee, his attendant, that he dared fighting against Krishna, opposing Krishna's plan? आश्चर्य लगता है, शिव जी तो सबसे बड़े भगवान के भक्त हैं. Why Shiva fighting against Krishna? So much attachment for his disciple, his servant. Banasura, he was a demon. Banasura was a demon, demoniac person. Shiva did not think, just since he has served me, I was obliged to save him, and came with all the army against Krishna. He should not have done this. So in this purport talk about Vishwanath Chakravarti justify the behavior of Lord Shiva. Vishwanath Chakravarti as well as Sridhar Swami, both they try to justify the action, behavior of Lord Shiva. आप कैसे समझते? विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती very strongly in favor of Lord Shiva speaking. Shiva. So one point, of course we are running. Just I will take one point only. That Sridhar Swami takes that he was also bewildered because one time Brahma was also bewildered. You know, Brahma was bewildered. He could not recognize the importance, the position of Krishna. He dared to steal the cowherd boys and calf of Krishna. So Brahma was bewildered. Similarly, Shiva was also bewildered. So bewildered by Vishwanath Chakravarti, Shiva was bewildered, but he was not bewildered by ignorance, mode of ignorance, or Mahamaya. He was bewildered by Yog Maya. Yog Maya means when Yog Maya takes a tangible form, then she becomes Purnamasi. In Vrindavan Leela, Braj Leela of Krishna, you know, one very important character in Krishna Leela, she is Purnamasi. Purnamasi. When Yog Maya takes a tangible form, she becomes Purnamasi in Braj Leela. And apparently all the scripture describe, Govinda Lilamritam described, Lalit Madhav, Vidagdha Madhav described. Yog Maya in Krishna Leela, personified Yog Maya in Krishna Leela is Purnamasi, and she is the mother of Sandipani Muni, the spiritual master of Krishna Balaram. Yog Maya, Purnamasi is the mother of Sandipani Muni. From Ujjain, she came to take part in the pastime of Lord Krishna. She did not came alone. She brought her grandson Madhumangal as well as her granddaughter Nandi Mukhi to Brahman. all other Gopas, they came from cowherd community, but Madhumangal came from the Brahmin community. He was a Brahman boy, Brahman cowherd boy. And one Gopi, she, Nandi Mukhi, she came from Brahman community, Brahman family. So Nandi Mukhi, Yog Maya, are here for practical reason I will use this word Purnamasi. She is such an expertise. She makes Krishna pastime more relishable, and Krishna pastime becomes more relishable for that person. What Purnamasi Devi or Yog Maya does, first he covers, envelop the knowledge of Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna is omniscient, he serves everything. But Yog Maya, the influence of the Yog Maya, she covers the Gyan and sometimes opulence, strength, everything covers. And then once Krishna is bewildered by the influence of Yog Maya, Purnamasi, then Krishna forgets himself that he is God. At that position, Krishna identifying himself only as I am the helpless son of Mother Jashoda. I am son of Nanda Baba, that's much. I am Gop. He forgot, by the influence of, by miracles of Yog Maya, he forgets that I am Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only he identifying himself that I am son of Mother Jashoda. And this way, by the influence of Maya, Krishna enjoy the parental affection or material affection. He enjoy. Otherwise, if he consider, he identify himself that I am Supreme Personality of Godhead, it will be not possible to relish the parental affection, the mood of parental affection. That is, so Yog Maya does in this way. The influence of Yog Maya, by the miracle of Yog Maya, Krishna considered himself that I am, he identifying himself that I am the son of Mother Jashoda only, I am Kaurava. And also Yog Maya covers the knowledge of all associates of Krishna. And Mother Yashoda never ever, even in dream, though she saw right in front of when Krishna was merely 6 days old, he killed such a demon, Putana. Putana was killed. When merely he was 7 years, he lifted, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill for continuous 7 days and night. Still, Mother Yashoda was thinking that Krishna lifted Govardhan hill not due to his own power, but Brahmana has blessed him. And the blessings of Brahmana, and beside blessings of Brahmana, other cowherd were supporting with a stick. Otherwise, Krishna is helpless. He could not lift. So Krishna tries his best to reveal all Bhagavata, all his opulence in front of Mother Yashoda, but Yog Maya arranged such a way, covered the knowledge of Mother Yashoda, even covered of Krishna, that they think, Mother Yashoda thinks that this is my helpless child. That child has taken shelter in my womb for 9, 10 months, and I am responsible to protect him. She never ever thinks. So this is miracles of Yog Maya. So similarly, Yog Maya bewildered Lord Shiva as well. So Vishwanath Chakravarti justifying it was not fault in part of Shiva, because it was influence of Yog Maya, that the Yog Maya covered the knowledge of Lord Shiva, and the Shiva was thinking, my disciple, my devotee, Vanasura, he in the such a awkward position, he is about to lose his life, he will lose the battle. So in order to help, so Shiva has too much attachment, affection for his demoniac disciple, for his demoniac servant, came all the way for fighting. So Shiva maintains his highest position in spiritual life. That is towards the end of Srimad Bhagavatam, Nimna ka naam yatha Ganga. Among all the rivers, Ganga is the greatest one. Similarly, among all the devotees, Shiva is the topmost, greatest devotee. But since his knowledge, his influence was covered by Yog Maya, Purnamasi Devi. So in order to increase the pleasure of Krishna as well pleasure of all associates of Krishna, Shiva did fight against Krishna. Otherwise, so in this purpose, simpler story part is that Shiva came in support of Banasura, and he did fight against Krishna, but still, because this was done by Yog Maya, so Vishwanath Chakravarti does not find any fault in the character of Shivaji. Shivaji maintains his highest position as a topmost Vaishnava. So, I think we have few minutes if I have any comment or question in this regard. Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my obeisances continue.
To tell that part, we have preciously asked that question.
Okay, so Banasura was awarded 1,000 alms, and 996 alms were cut off or severed.
Banasura has 1,000 arms. Out of 1,996 were chopped off, cut off by Krishna. Then
he was left with only 4 arms. With 4 arms he was left with.
4 बच गया था, 4 was remaining. Yes.
Okay, so doesn't it show that Banasura was born without hands?
Banasura
Was born without any hands? Because Shiva awarded him 1,000 hands, and when his hands were cut off, 996 arms were cut off, he was left with 4 hands. So doesn't it show that he had no arms when he was born?
No.
So my question is,
Shiva in beginning she has 2 hands, only 2. One day Shivji was dancing. Shiva was dancing and Banasura grabbed one mridanga, started to play. He really expertly played, very nicely playing mridanga. You are really expert in playing mridanga. And Shiva enjoyed the dancing. Shiva was dancing, other associates were dancing, and Banasura playing really nice. Shiva became extremely pleased with Banasura. That he said he used that very nicely 2 hands. So Shiva awarded, instead of 2, 998. This was originally with 2 hands.
So originally he had 2 hands
2.
and 998 arms were given, but it is written 1,000 arms. He was awarded.
बोल रही शिव ने 1000 हाथ दिए उनको, क्योंकि हाँ बोल रही 2 हाथ पहले से तो 1000 हाथ देंगे तो 1002 हाथ होना चाहिए।
भाई उतना तो समझ लीजिए ना, उतना से क्या बात। कह दे 90, अब 2 कम है तो 1000 कह देते हैं। जानते हैं 25 भक्त आए, हो सकता है 23 भी होंगे तो कह देते हैं ना सब आए, उसको कोई बड़ी सीरियसली मत ली। ओके, आई थिंक ऐसे माता जी।
This is always that Lord Shiva would protect the principles of religion, he protect the we can see that he wanted peace Krishna, and is he always like this? Because if there is some demoniac people who want power on the planet for destroying the principles of religion, what will be the position of Lord Shiva?
Someone can help me. I could not understand what Mataji. Precisely what is your question?
What will be the position of Lord Shiva?
What is the position of Shiva?
For those who ask him to destroy the principles of religion.
Anybody?
What of the person who pray for destroy the principles of religion?
I could not got it. अब हिंदी में बताइए क्या करें, आप तो और कठिन कर रहे हैं।
ऐसे दिवस व्यक्तियों जो भगवान से वर मांगते हैं और सब कुछ नष्ट करने के लिए, तो ऐसे बहुत से स्थान क्या है?
मतलब बाणासुर जो राक्षस थे और भगवान और शिव जी जो है ना उनको सहायता कर रहे हैं, तो इस राक्षसी प्रवृत्ति लोगों को सहायता कर रहे हैं। दुनिया में क्या स्थान है भगवान शिव जी का, क्या स्थिति है, क्या कारण है, क्या स्थिति?
The whole thing I was talking about, it appears apparently that Shiva, such a great, he should not have fought against Krishna. Rather, she has come in favor from side. He came. So this was because it is influence of Yoga Maya, eternal potency, Leela Shakti, pastime potency. She put Shiva for time being, for short time, in such a period that apparently it appears that Lord Shiva, great affection attachment, affinity for his own servant, and he did not care to oppose Lord Krishna. So this was done for time being, for a short period of time, by the influence of Yog Maya Purnamasi. Otherwise, Shiva could not act against Krishna. Okay, Sahil. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।